So, hello YouTubers, how we doing? Things we have to do, right, to make people laugh, to do things, to try and create a vlog. Just try and remember what you're doing. Do you know what you're doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Hello YouTubers, how you diddling? Well, today I'm going to try yet again to do the motorbike community Top Gear challenge. Think biker, or think bike, think biker. And today's challenge is H for having a laugh. Now, tried this time or two, but I keep forgetting it. I get sidetracked very easily. So my story for today, I've already done. They are funny, yet amusing, but embarrassing. And my first one is one I've already done, but I'd like to submit it for this as well. And like I say, it's an embarrassing story, but it was also... everybody else appeared to find it quite amusing. And it is that a couple of years ago, when I was still smoking, sort of sat on the toilet finishing my fag, having a crap, and chucked my dog end down, sort of leant forward and chucked the dog end down the toilet. And I'd already lined the toilet, because we've got people here, and I'd already lined the toilet with toilet paper just to stop a little bit of splashback noise. Don't know whether anybody else does that. And what I didn't realise was the dog end, the fag, the cigarette butt, decided to set fire to the bloody hell, that wind's strong. Yeah, it decided to set fire to the little bits of toilet paper that were sticking out of the water. Much to my surprise, when all of a sudden I thought, hello, I can smell smoke. And then I felt the heat on my arse. And believe me, it's not a nice feeling. Never got off a toilet so fast in my life. Oh dear. Yep, so like I say, embarrassing, but quite amusing, I'm sure you'll agree. And my second one, well, it's having a laugh, but quite often at other people's expenses. And in this case it's a friend of mine, and he's so accident prone it's unbelievable. Right down to the point that every time he was doing a job somewhere, he would have an accident of some sort, you know. Anyway, what actually happened this particular time was up in the loft in a little cubbyhole, and we're rewiring a house, and all the electrics all over the place, all the floorboards are up, and we're in this little cubbyhole in the loft. And there we are. We'd just finished wiring the house up, switched all the power on, got lights, brilliant. So we're now putting boards back down, and we're in this little cubbyhole, 3 floors up, and all of a sudden the mate who's accident prone, I just asked him to pass me the jigsaw, you know, the electric oscillating saw, to which he did. But the prat put his finger on the trigger as he picked it up and cut straight through the wires we'd just laid. Bang! All of a sudden, as all the electricity went dark. It was about 6 o'clock in the winter time. All the place went totally dark, and there we are, 3 floors up, total darkness, and we had to get out of that predicament. The next time he was on the back garden playing with a dog, and we was half done the drains. We'd dug a drain, we'd bricked it all up, and we'd put the cover over the top, but the cover wasn't fitted properly. Now he knew this because he did the job. But he was playing with the dog and he ran off with the dog's toy. The dog come chasing after him, trying to bite his ankles. And in his wisdom, he put one foot on this grate, the grate slid, and he ended up going down about 5 foot with 1 foot down the drain and 1 foot sticking straight up. Now, as you know, our drains over here are only about, I'm not sure exactly, probably about 2.5 foot by 18 inches. So we had to help him out of that predicament. And then the next time, we dropped the chimney breasts in the house, and we thought it'd be a good idea to hire a skip and get the remaining bricks out into there. And he did the typical thing. He went out and he decided it'd be a good idea to have a run up with the wheelbarrow with all the bricks in to try and get up this ramp. A couple of battens. And goes charging up there, and then of course as he tips the wheelbarrow up, the ring round the front of the bumper that protects the tyre sort of thing on the wheelbarrow hooked up and pushed the plank away from the skip, sending him arse of a tip straight down. It's funny to think about it because I was there. And the next time we're breaking paving slabs up on the back garden, and we'd already told him to make sure everything was clear, and he was using a pickaxe, and he swung this pickaxe and it hooked around the washing line that we'd told him to take down, but he said no, it'll be fine, I know it's there, once I know it's there I'm alright. And it hooked around this washing line and it sprung right down to the ground, and then just literally like a catapult sprung him back into the air, to which this pickaxe then flew out backwards out of his hands and luckily landed quite safely at the end of the driveway. Now, these sort of things, they're not as funny to tell, but they, you know, when you're there, they're hilarious. Everything this guy did, something went wrong. Another thing, was rewiring the kitchen. I said, don't forget to switch the electric off. He says, switch the electric off. He says, yeah, switch the electric off. And he sat listening to the radio. And it never dawned on him that the radio was still playing away, yet he switched the electric off. Now, we were rewiring flats. So what he'd done, he'd switched off the upstairs flat instead of the one he was working on. And decided to take this plug socket off the wall, and of course proceeded to get an electric shock. And almost like you could see the look on his face, like, well, how's that happening? I've switched it off. Yet he's still listening to the radio that's plugged into the plug socket at the side of where he's doing this. Absolutely hilarious. And if all these aren't funny enough, I'll try and finish it off with a little joke. And it's not the easiest thing for me to remember jokes, but I'll try. So anyway, this army major goes into the army hospital, and he goes up to the first bed, and there's a wounded soldier there, and he says, you've got to bear in mind, they're not just wounded, they've got all sorts of ailments. So anyway, he says, what's your problem then, son? He says, oh, well, he says, I've got syphilis. He says, oh, so what are they doing about it? He says, I've got to wire brush it twice a day. Ow, he says. He says, and what's your aim? He says, to get back to the front line as soon as possible, sir. Marvellous, he says. And with this, he moves on to the second soldier. And he says, what's your problem then? He says, I've got piles, sir. Piles? Oh dear, very uncomfortable. and tell me, what treatment are you getting for this? He said, oh, I've got to use a wire brush twice a day. He says, and what's your aim? He says, to get back to the front line as soon as possible, sir. Marvellous, he says. Marvellous. Goes up to the third bed. This chap laid there, he says, well, what's your problem, sunshine? He says, I've got gum problems, sir, pyorrhea. He says, oh dear. He says, and what have you got to do? He says, wire brush twice a day. He says, jolly good, marvellous. He says, and what's your aim in life then? And he says, to try and get the wire brush before the other two, sir. Well, I hope you found some of it funny. You make sure you ride safe, and I'll catch you later. Bye! So, how to make people laugh? Is it easy or not? Who knows? What's that, too soon? Maybe not.